Klay Thompson and Patrick Beverley got into it. I've never seen Patrick Beverley make people more mad off of the court than he did on the court. I didn't think that was possible, but he has managed to do it. And this one, I don't even really think was all him. Patrick Beverley was on a podcast with Jason White Chocolate Williams, and Klay Thompson was upset for Jason Williams referring to his girlfriend Megan Thee Stallion as, I'll say, cat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll say that on the podcast.
He didn't get slapped for that.
Essentially, the story was. Jason Williams was telling a story about him dating Megan Thee Stallion, and then referred to he had an old country adage, which was, do you want to play the clip or
play the clip? Okay, because essentially what he's getting is
play the clip.
Klay hasn't been as good since he's been dating Meg.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you guys listen.
Y'all steady trying to get him a pass. I ain't never seen Klay not shoot it like this, and for him to say I'm out of my prime, like, come on, Klay, like, come on.
He said that?
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah, he's got a beautiful. Speaking of BBL,
yeah.
I'm from West Virginia, man. I've been taught a lot by some old white folks. It only takes one pussy to drag a battleship across the desert. That's how powerful it is. So
most wars
it got something to, you know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson, I ain't saying that's what it is, but that might be what it is.
This is what was said about Megan Thee Stallion. Klay would then go on to respond to this, saying, referring to my girlfriend as a cat is so disgusting and disturbing, especially from someone who played in the NBA. How would y'all feel if I referred to your wives in such a way? At Pat Bev, do better, fellas. Very disappointing. How do we feel about this entire interaction?
I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than PrizePicks. Football season is here and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's super easy to use. To create a lineup, all you got to do, select a few player stats, pick more or less. That's literally it. PrizePicks is available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Georgia. But my favorite thing, PrizePicks is going to give you $50 in lineups when you make your first $5 lineup. What's that mean? Win or lose, you get $50 in lineups for free. Just download the app and use promo code Speakeasy today. $5 gets you $50 in lineups. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
We know what it is, though. They can get that off of Klay. You know what I mean? Because Klay ain't really into all that. Klay's a good dude. I love Klay. He want to settle that about Draymond Green, though. You know why? Because he probably got punched in his mouth. That's how this podcast stuff works, though. I hate that. Like, respect the man, woman. You know what I'm saying? And then why we talking about women in that fashion anyway? You got kids and all that. I don't care if you're from West Virginia or from wherever you from. Like, you got to be respectful, though. Another thing is, I hate when players, right, that ain't as good as certain players be trying to talk crazy about them. Like, you trying to come at Klay. Y'all can't even touch Klay on his worst day. Jay will too. And Pat Bev. Like, I just, like, sometimes, yo, we do take it too far with some of this stuff. Like, yo, you referring to the dude's woman as a vagina, dude? That's crazy.
I think
that's crazy, yo.
The problem is the message got lost in the nonsense. The message they was trying to say is Klay shooting 28% from three. On his career, he shoots 41%. Klay shooting 32% from the field. On his career, he shoots 45%. Klay averaging 8 points this season. On his career, he averaged 19 points a season.
Yeah.
Klay coming off the bench. On his career, Klay don't come off the bench. He's known as Game 6 Klay.
Yeah.
He was a splash brother. Now I think they're trying to get to, why is Klay playing so bad? Not only is he playing a much more limited role, Klay's playing incredibly terrible, and they're like, maybe Meg Thee Stallion has something to do with it. Now, correlation and causation are two very different things. Sure, is there a correlation that Klay's performance has statistically declined drastically since he's been dating Meg? Sure. Is that the causation? I don't think so. But there is absolutely a correlation. You're a Mavericks fan. You know Klay Thompson isn't even a factor at all.
First of all, I'm a Warriors fan. So Klay, one of my favorite players. Klay's last year with the Warriors, they wasn't the same. He goes to Dallas. Yeah. He was okay. He wasn't going to keep going this. What he's doing, his career is going like this. He's older. He's not in his prime.
Yeah.
There was a certain time where Klay was a lockdown defender and he shot the ball well and he was a scorer. Yeah. He's not that no more. Sure. Everybody goes through that. We ain't talking about.
But here's the problem.
Hold up. Pat Bev, his career was crazy anyway. But like when players get older, another thing about Klay, real quick, because I'm starting to go everywhere because I'm thinking about it. The dude's all hurt and banged up. It tore his knee up. I think his Achilles and his Achilles. Was he have Achilles? He had all the type of stuff.
So what I'm saying is like he's not the same. He don't got the same elevation.
He's not the same player.
Sure.
You know, elevate
Shady,
nowhere the same.
The problem is this, though. Like, if you've been watching the Mavs, and if you've been watching Klay, like you said, over the last 3 years, which you have, at minimum, the percentages have stayed the same. The output hasn't been the same, right? To Shady's point, 18 points per game 3 years ago, 14 points per game last year, 8 points per game this year. But percentage-wise, he shot 50% from three, 48% from three.
Last year?
Excuse me, 2 years ago. He shot from two, 50%, 48%, 40%. From the field, he shot 43%, 41%. Now he's shooting 32%.
But time out.
Like,
hold on.
He's falling off a cliff this year.
But dog, he's older. He's all hurt. He's been hurt for the last couple of years, so it's gonna do this. What are we talking? That's
you know what else?
But it's dramatic.
Back to your point about correlation versus causation, right? You know what else has happened to Klay? His dog died. Why don't we talk about that? How do we know that can't be Megan is the hot thing to say. She's the hot topic. She's the cool thing to say. Reasons. She's the scapegoat. She's the easy thing to be like, oh, he's with a baddie now, so that's why his game's falling off. His dog at 13 years, you know, died too. Why we don't say that? Because it's not hot. It doesn't sell. This is stupid. It's dumb. It's petty. They're way too old to be doing this type of stuff.
Way too old to be doing this.
It's very disrespectful to talk like somebody talk about Danielle like that. Talk about my wife. Like Shady said, it's up.
But let me ask you
gotta come see you.
But hold on. Is it because you go? Because you're
I was gonna say this though too. How about that? Yes, that's the thing. We also have the team that you agreed to go to because you wanted to go play for a team that was just in the NBA Finals completely fell apart. Now you have a completely different team.
Yep.
Your two best players on the team are hurt. Of course you're going to struggle. He's not a shot creator, and we're asking him to create shots. You cut on the field. We were playing Cooper Flag, at 18-year-old, first overall pick at point guard, and here you go, Klay. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Try to create your own shot. That's never been Clay's game. There's no system for him to run right now. And the thing is, it's nasty. Through all of that, you're going to turn around and be like, oh, it's because he's dating that singer.
But
here's ridiculous
and
lazy.
I don't want to lose the plot, though, Social Trey. I don't want to lose the plot. The plot being, they started by saying, are we just going to let Klay off the hook? Like, that's what I can't. You don't let superstars off the hook. Now,
he's not a superstar anymore.
He's not a
superstar anymore.
He is self-proclaimed over the hill.
But he is still Klay Thompson. So we still have to discuss him. And at the point in which not only is he on the bench, but is statistically declined exponentially. It's one thing, Shady. He went from 22 points a game to 18 points a game. Great. He's gone from 14 points a game to 8
Is that a big difference, you think?
It's like a 50% drop off.
That is a big difference.
Bro, hold on. He went from 41% from the field to 32% from the field. He went from 39% from three to 28% from three.
Why are you so surprised? Because the dude's been hurt for the last couple of years, right? He hasn't been good. I don't get you what I'm saying. Like, when Dwight Howard was still in the league after all these years, the numbers go down. Every player, Shaq was great, right? It came to a point where Shaq won the same. Paul Pierce, he was great, right? There's comes a time where he's not the same.
I guess
the numbers Klay Thompson down. Also is not a superstar. I'm gonna just say,
sure.
Right now, he's not.
He's never been a superstar. He's never been a superstar.
He was a top 20 player in the league.
He's never been the best player on his team. You can't be a superstar.
We know that, but I don't want to get
crazy.
I don't want to get distracted by that.
This guy's
I'm
crazy.
trying to focus on this though, Shady. Of course, he's going to decline. LeBron is declining. All older players decline.
Yeah.
But this decline is rapid. Now, I like what you said, Trey. Maybe it was his dog. I like what you said, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it was his dog, but like this decline is exponential. This is like off of a cliff. I don't have a problem with trying to unearth where the decline came from. Should J-Dub have said it like that? No. But J-Dub also wasn't referring to Meg as a cat. He was using an adage. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't. I understand why Klay got upset, but J-Dub wasn't referring to Meg as a cat. He was literally using an adage, right? Like the cat.
It's something you shouldn't say.
I can't excuse that, bro. I can't excuse. We censor ourselves for TV. We censor ourselves for censor yourself, bro. You can substitute a plethora of words for that particular one. Call her a woman. Call her a girl.
He wasn't talking about her. He was using an adage saying like this always does that to guys. He wasn't saying like Meg is a. You feel me? Like
she was the topic though. How I can't give him that excuse.
Don't demean her by saying that though.
Yeah,
you're referring to her as I watch vaginas ruin. I watch vaginas drag boats across the desert, and it only takes one to do that.
I feel you. And again, I think J-Dub was tripping. For the record.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I don't have an issue with them addressing Klay Thompson.
Not at all.
Like, I don't have an issue with them saying, yo, Klay Thompson is struggling in a major way.
Yes.
He's been bad.
Yes. He has been a spot-up shooter. He's been a spot-up shooter his entire career, and the Dallas Mavericks are one of the worst.
Hold on, because he just said leave Meg out of it. I don't think you can leave Meg out of it.
You absolutely can leave his girlfriend out of the conversation.
No,
you know what you can talk about? How about we have a basketball conversation? Let's talk about the fact that the team that he's playing on is the worst team he's ever been a part of his entire career.
Why you can't. Because Social Trey said maybe it has something to do with his dog dying. Players are humans. So what happens to a player off the court, off the field, off the diamond, off the ice, it impacts them on the court, on the field, on the diamond, on the ice. You can't leave Meg out of it because she's impacting his life. It might be better. It might be worse. It might be net neutral, but it's something. So to leave Meg out of it is to not do a quality job as an analyst. How I am on this show has to do with how my day went.
Man.
How Trey is on this show has to do with how Trey's day went. You've come in here before, how your day went. Shady, how Shady's day went. So how you do in your job is also impacted with what's going on in your life.
So we sit on this show every single week and we talk about how bad Justin Fields has played. Have we talked a single time about his dating life?
Yeah.
Have we talked a single time about a girlfriend that he's had? No.
Sure.
No.
But I'll tell you why.
Because it's not important.
Oh, it's absolutely important. But because here's why.
It's not.
If your dating life is so big that it is definitely not a detriment, but it's definitely like an additive to your life schedule, it matters. It matters. So like when
dating a superstar is different, but also at the same time,
that is my point. Like dating a superstar,
she's a megastar.
Klay has to do more with Meg than he would have to do with the random. He has to be on more appearances. He has to be at more places. He has to be on more carpets. He has to get asked more questions. He's getting tugged in ways he's never been tugged before. You know that. You got a lot of famous friends. Let's be adults. Let's be adults.
So you say he was tugging?
Let's be adults.
I'm just continue.
What I'm trying to get to is this: like, but dating is. Go ahead.
If you count all that though, why you don't count none of his injuries though? Man, bro. It's like if you gonna do your job, do your job. Look at his whole career. Look at his whole career. Yo, ever since his injuries, he's been going downhill. Ever since it, and all he's doing is getting older. Yeah. Y'all want to talk about everything else, but what's really going on in real sports? He's not the same. I don't care who he's dating. He can date Beyonce. I don't care who he's dating. He is not the same player, and he said that.
I agree.
I'm a Warrior fan, so I know about Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, there's some times where Klay was stepping up and Steph wasn't, and then eventually Steph got caught on. He's not the same, bro. When he got to the Mavericks, he wasn't the same. He was doing solid.
He didn't even want to go there.
The last playoff game of his Warriors career, he scored 0 points.
He didn't even want to be in
Dallas. He showed his numbers, right? He showed his numbers. Every year, it keeps going downhill. I can think of every superstar player that gets older and they go through injuries. They career all do that.
Yeah.
So why are we not talking about that?
But let me ask y'all this. Let me calmly ask y'all this. Is it fair, Shady, for us to talk about all of it? Because I believe it is all a factor. To Shady's point, the injuries are a factor.
Correct.
That impacts you on the court.
Yep.
To Pat Bev's point, though not in light of the word, what's going on off the court matters.
Yeah.
All of it matters. When Tom Brady was going through his divorce with Giselle, Tom Brady, that whole start to the Bucs season was atrocious. Then we found out, he might be getting divorced. Justin Tucker, probably a future Hall of Fame kicker, sucked the last season. Yeah. Then we found out, you were in the midst of a gigantic lawsuit.
Scandal, yeah.
You're in the midst of we found out in retrospect why you sucked as a kicker, but you were in the midst of a gigantic scandal and lawsuit.
Right.
So
are those different though? The reason why I don't think things are different is because Tom Brady was still playing at elite level.
Not during the divorce. Remember,
listen what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, but year before that, he still was playing at elite level, correct?
Yeah, I think, I'm sure.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next year, we're like, damn, why is Tom, what's going on, right? Okay, he's about to get divorced. Cool. Who else you just said? Tucker.
Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker, the year before that, was kicking 7 records still.
Bombs, yep.
Okay. The next year, he's not. We're like, what's going on with him? He got this scandal going on. What I'm saying is, when you look at Klay Thompson's career, right, he was getting injured. He was getting injured and then come back and get injured the same year. Okay? So you rehab and then now you get another injury. Then you out the whole year. If you watch Klay Thompson's career, it was like just getting like this. Went up, injuries come down, and he's getting older. The difference between him and them other guys you're talking about is them guys are still playing a high level. He wasn't. The reason why he left the Warriors is because they're like, we love you, but we can't pay that number because you're not playing the same.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Can we address the elephant in the room as well?
What's that?
Klay Thompson has been on a decline and will be on a decline because he's no longer playing with Steph Curry. Steph Curry has a lot to do with Klay Thompson's career.
We getting crazy on this joint. Y'all just
How is that crazy?
Y'all just talk. So we're not gonna talk about the dude being hurt. As just as well as Steph Curry's been balling, Klay Thompson was a balling too, dog. When we on some of our big moments and championship moments, Klay had a lot to do with that.
Absolutely.
As guarding dudes, because Steph can't guard. Steph my favorite player, right? Because now we getting a little disrespectful a little bit.
Coming back
not
from the injury,
disrespectful
he has
at
not
all.
been the same defensive player.
So what?
I said coming back from the injury, Klay
He's
hasn't
not been the same.
defensive
But
player.
before the injury, he was guarding them dudes. When they was up 3-1, right? And we had to go back and beat OKC.
Yeah.
You know who was leading that charge?
Yeah.
Klay was.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Steph didn't get goals like the third, fourth quarter.
Yep.
So we gotta stop all that. And
Okay,
get
so
his credit.
So
'Cause you get we getting crazy on it. We start getting crazy now though.
So I'm not getting crazy. All
getting
I'm saying
crazy.
is no, I'm not getting crazy. You are attributing his downfall to the injuries, which is one component. I'm contributing another component of his downfall to no longer playing with Steph Curry. There's another component, maybe dating Megan Thee Stallion.
Maybe all of it.
Maybe his dog dying. Maybe he has some other stuff, like you said, behind the scenes with Justin Tucker that we just don't know about. So I'm not negating your point that he is a dog and has been a dog and that the injuries have played a big role. But there are also
Other
a myriad
factors.
of things
Fellas,
that could be and are
But
affecting
that's
him.
what I'm saying is this. 'Cause
Guys.
we agree with 2-5.
I'm a Mavericks
Y'all
fan.
can't agree with me.
We are shady. But here's the thing: is we agree with you. You just not also agreeing with us.
I
We're
can't.
saying injuries play a factor.
Yep.
Y'all not even really talking. Y'all
missed
not
two
even
seasons.
Acknowledging that.
Y'all bringing his girl up. His girl. If Megan was around or wasn't around and she was dancing or singing, it don't matter. He's gonna be who he is because he's not that good right now.
Sure, but we're saying this. Of course, injuries matter. We said that.
It's crazy.
We said, have we not said it? What's crazy? We saying it
Because-
injuries matter.
Yeah.
But then we're also saying not playing with Steph probably matters.
Yeah.
We're also saying his dog dying probably matters. We're saying Meg may also matter.
Playing for the worst team that he's probably
And they
played
also
for his
play-
entire
yeah.
career.
So his last
other than
year-
his rookie season.
His last year he played with Steph. Steph hadn't won a championship without Klay Thompson too. I won't talk about that because that don't matter to y'all. Anyway, his last year with the Warriors was in 2022 or 2023?
It was in 2023.
Okay, so 2023 won a championship, right? Won a championship. He didn't really do a lot. Okay, but they won. His last year with the Warriors, he wasn't even playing a lot like that.
No.
He wasn't even playing a lot like that. So he was already going downhill.
The decline was
Do y'all
already
get what
there
I'm
with
saying?
Steph.
Yes.
He
was
had
already going
0
downhill.
points in his last
so the
playoff
whole
game
thing
with
with
Steph
Steph
Curry.
didn't even matter because I'm not the same player with
Yeah.
Steph or not.
That's one
With
element, though.
Hold on. With Steph or without Steph, I'm not the same player.
Agreed.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So don't matter what Steph Curry's doing. I'm not the same player. And I'm injured. Okay, so if I'm up here with Steph, now I'm getting injured and I'm getting older, I'm going down, Steph or no Steph. Girlfriend, no girlfriend. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all keep talking about the dog and
So
all
you
that.
don't think
And I'm saying that can be true. But what I'm saying is, if you watch his career, which I have because I'm a Warriors fan, I love Klay. Okay? He's been doing this. And since he's been hurt, he's been going down and down and down. The same thing that Klay has told y'all. So that's the point. I don't understand where we not connecting at. Y'all talking about all this other stuff, his girlfriend and all that.
I mean, I hear
He
you
ain't the
guys.
same player.
I think he's definitely not the same player. I think he's been on the decline recently. I also just think it's disingenuous to attribute this towards a girlfriend whenever he's literally playing for one of the most disorganized and worst teams in all of basketball right now.
I don't think
the Mavericks are.
Here's what I don't like doing. I don't like lying, and I think we in here lying.
Who's lying?
You're not lying. You're just not listening to us. Everybody, Kieran lying.
I'm lying.
You're lying.
How?
Because I don't know that they are attributing it to the girlfriend. They are simply examining what all could it be. It seems as though Shady's examination stops at injuries. Mine doesn't. My examination, it stopped before the dog. Trey's didn't. Everybody's just examining what all could it be.
Yeah.
I do not think it is unfair.
When his dog die?
It's all of
May
these things.
of this year.
All right.
Like,
And,
so
he started dating Megan in July.
right,
So literally at the same exact time. That's what I'm saying. It's so unfair to just say that it's Meg Thee Stallion why Klay has declined. He has been injured. He is an aging all-star. He also is no longer playing with the best point guard arguably ever in the NBA. He also no longer has Draymond Green, who is a dog on defense. He has nobody like that in Dallas. And he's at a place he didn't want to be anyway. He never wanted to leave Golden State. Ever. His heart is in Golden State. His championships is in Golden State. His all defensive awards is in Golden State. He never wanted to be in Dallas. It is all of these things combined why Klay has completely fallen off the face of the earth in the NBA.
So then don't criticize him for saying a part of it. Say all of it. If you want to say all of it, say all of it.
But I don't.
Where I'm at is like, well, I don't. Sometimes we just pick and choose. Don't call it a cat, right? That's wrong. Boom, wrong. We've established that.
Yeah.
But after that, it is fair to say, let me try to figure out all the reasons.
But they weren't doing that though. So they
Yeah,
only
we're
brought
deeper.
up
Yes,
we're
deeper.
going there.
We're going
They
deeper.
didn't do that, which is
These are conversations
which
that
is
they
why the
didn't have,
Speakeasy
which is why
is
it's the
hot,
problem.
and everybody else
I
is.
mean, but he's been dating.
Lukewarm.
He's dating her since July, and his dog died in May.
Yep.
Okay, what I'm saying is, if you look at his career, he's been going down. Before all that stuff y'all talking about, he's
yep.
been going down.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
why would it stop going down? Go back. Why would it never does that? It never does that.
The only thing I would not even push back, because I don't feel like arguing, is Shady. It's gone down more rapidly than ever. That's the point. It's like he shouldn't be averaging 8 points this year. If he was averaging 12.5, fair. But like Shady, when he went from averaging 22 points a game to 18 points a game, that's probably what, like a 15% decrease. Yeah. Then he goes from averaging 18 points a game to 14 points a game. 20% decrease. 14 points a game to 8.5 points a game. Yeah. Now you're talking Shady like a 35% drop off. When he went from shooting 43% from the field to 41% from the field, 3% decrease. 41% from the field to 32% from the field.
I'm just saying
that's like a 20% drop.
The dude has played 13 years in the league. He's been all type of injured, and he's getting older, and he's going down. Yeah. Why wouldn't it be a drastic drop off? Why not? Yeah. We playing sports. All the greatest guys y'all love to talk about, eventually, and they get injured, they're gonna go down. Why is that so hard to believe that part? I'm not saying about the dog and the girlfriend and all that. I'm just saying, why can't we just say, in sports, because we see it all the time. All our great players we love, it happens all the time. They go from up here and they go down. Yeah. And then we add in injuries. Yeah. I don't care who you playing with. Yeah. Even when he was playing with Steph, he was still going down. Yeah. I don't know if y'all watch this game like that, but one things that Klay did do, he elevates when he shoots the ball. Mm-hmm. He has no elevation no more. It's over. Can't guard, can't slide. He's older. And another thing is when a player comes out and says, you know what, I'm not in my prime no more, bro, that takes a lot to say that.
Facts.
And Klay gets it real with y'all. So when y'all trying to figure out all these different reasons, I'm thinking like it's sports. Look at it.
Fair.
Yeah. Man, the last part is, I think it's a super chump sucker move for them dudes to bring his woman in it.
I agree.
That's sweet.
I don't like that.
We sat here for 20, 30 minutes and brought up all these other topics, and we ain't talking about.
If that was Draymond Green, they wouldn't have did all that. Because they know something would have happened. That was weak. And them dudes is weak because they not touching Klay. Yeah. You look at them careers they got, look at Klay's, ain't even close. I hate when bum ass dudes talk crazy like that. They can't touch Klay.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
That's where I'm not with him. Now.
I don't like it. Leave my shorty out of it, bro.
But like when Aisha said what Aisha said,
I've been falling off.
When Aisha said what Aisha said before the finals,
nobody disrespected Steph.
Oh, no. People disrespecting Steph now though. People been killing Steph now. But to your point, they didn't then. But people was like, man, Steph, if you start struggling, it's because you got Aisha distracting you on these podcasts.
Go to my man.
I wish other people were checking on her. Like, I just. I don't know. Anyway, let's get out. Can we
see Pat real quick though? Because he be talking way crazy though.
Patrick Beverly
but
and
we
Jason
know Pat
Williams.
Bev's not as good as
that.
We know that.
OG Misfit in the chat said, didn't we bring up Swift as the cause of Kelsey losing the step last year?
Yes. Yes, we did.
That was a conversation. I got to be fair. I got to keep it even.
We brought up Taylor Swift when Kelsey started
I never did that. He's old as hell and playing. Bro, the Chiefs every year go to the AFC Championship or they go to the Super Bowl, right? He's old as hell. Why he's not going to slow down? Tell me that. Yeah. Like, this is math for y'all.
But we brought it up.
I didn't bring it up. I won't bring that up.
You stay above that. You don't mess with the funny business like that. But the whole world said, is Travis too distracted? Is Travis off the field too distracted? Travis was going to baseball games. When Russ started dating Sierra, we did the same thing.
But time out,
is Russ too distracted? Is Russ this and that?
But it's a difference because you played the game. You talking about some media stuff. The dudes that got big guts and they can't see, they blind, and they don't know. They don't know, but you know. You know how hard it is to play in the league. You know when you the main focus on the defensive side. You know how hard it is when you got to play a whole season and you go to the Super Bowl. And then you do it again. You do it again. You have no real off season. So hold up. Yep. So now you not only are you hurting or you sore and your body's all beat up, you got to do it again, and you getting the best defense you gonna get at you. You know that.
I do. But here's what I also know, because I'm not so far in the forest that I can't see the trees. I also know I've seen. Hold on. I didn't ask for the music yet. Hold on. I also, my bad.
They trying to give us the Halle Berry treatment. They trying to sing us off the stage.
They gave us the Oscar treatment
because he know the game, man.
I also know I've seen players come to work distracted because of what they had going on off the field. I've seen players walk into the practice and walk into games arguing with their girl, arguing with their baby mama, arguing with their side chick, arguing with their wife. I've seen it happen. I've also seen you be like, dang, bro, why ain't you locked in? Man, me and old girl been going through it. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
So I'm just not going to discount any attribution to Meg. I don't think it's Meg, but I'm not going to call somebody an idiot for bringing up the off the field. It matters too. Anyway, now you can play the music, Ethan.
Yeah. Look, we got to get up out of here. It's time to close up shop.
What a show.
My mom said, "Don't ever call me a liar again. Otherwise, you got to see her, Acho." And my mom said that. My mom said that. You said I was lying.
Bear.
My mom said, yeah. She said, "Not my baby a liar." She said, yeah.